First video of the year, and it's about something that just blew my damn mind. Okay, so I was talking to my mother, right? And I was asking her questions about my ancestors, about my grandparents, right? Because I never really knew them when I was a kid. My grandfather, I believe, died before I was born, and my grandmother died when I was like 4 or 5 years old, somewhere around there, right? So, yeah, safe to say I didn't have much of a relationship with my mother's parents. So I was just like curious on like what type of people they were and like what their personalities were like and how they operated within the family household, right? And then somewhere along the line, I ended up asking my mom like what type of work they did. Apparently, to my mother's knowledge, my grandmother never worked a day in her life. She was a stay-at-home mom taking care of the kids because my mom was born in the '50s, so do the math. And my grandfather was a farmer. A farmer. And that just kind of got me thinking. I was like, huh. So why wasn't the teachings passed down to us? Like, I'm talking generational wealth here, like with this skill set that my grandfather had. Now, mind you, I do understand that in the 50s, like, the money wasn't worth as much as it is today, right? So, for him to be able to take care of 11 kids at the time was possible, right? Especially in his skill set. Guys, I'm just sitting here and I'm baffled right now. Like I'm actually a little upset and I really don't know if I have the right to be upset. I never did get the chance to ask her what was his reason for not passing the teachings down to them because the question just it has slipped my mind at the time. But then I realized the time frame, the era that we're talking about. It's very much so possible that he just taught the boys in the family because at the time their views were that women were to stay in the house, right? To be seen, not heard. You know what I mean? There's just one thing I have to say to that. Grandfather, we're talking generational wealth here. Like, I'm really realizing that we were set up for failure here. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Had these teachings been taught to all of the children that my grandparents had and they passed it down to us, bruh, let's just say I wouldn't be sitting here slaving away right now for a job that I actually do not want for the rest of my life. Which brings me to the conclusion that withholding information in the black community is a generational curse.